All right, thanks everyone. All right, I haven't shared my screen. 1 second. All right, thanks everyone for taking your time this afternoon to join this session. Today we'll be focusing on the master class, which is Scrum Master, Project Management, and Business Analysis. But before we dive in deep, let me just do a quick introduction about myself, tell you a bit about the company. Um, then I'll hand over to the facilitator to tell you more about what it entails on the journey. Then afterwards, we open the line for questions and answers that you may have regarding enrollment or any other thing. All right, so without further ado, let me get started. So thanks everyone for joining once again. My name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. Learn with Pride is an IT training organization that specializes in helping people that wants to transition from non-IT or non-technical background into the IT space. We are based in the United Kingdom, and we've been going strong for the last 4 years, over 4 years now. We've been going strong, and over that 4 years, over 20,000 has passed through the academy. And what we are trying to do is build a community that you can be able to fall back on, when the need arises. So that is what we that is what we do. So whether 3 month or 4 month or 5 month training with us, that is not the end. The moment you enroll with us, you become part of the family because we are on the journey together. All right. So that is a bit about the company, about myself. My background is in accounting, but I transitioned as well to become a software automation engineer. And that is why I know and I believe with the right support and mentorship, anyone, regardless of your background, you can transition successfully. And the good thing about IT jobs now is, you are not restricted to your home country alone. After acquiring the right skills and knowledge, you can spread your wings and fly. How do I mean? You can apply, to other countries as well. Whether you live in Nigeria, you can start applying for remote jobs in other countries like Malta, Canada, UK, and all of that. So there's no restriction to location. Whether you live in Ghana, whether you live in Zambia, you are not restricted to applying only to your local, as in companies in your countries. So that is a good thing. Another reason why people are transitioning now is because it gives them, family life balance. You have time to take care of your kids, to take your kids to school and all of that. Why? Because when you work remotely, even despite the fact that you are taking your kids to school or you take your car to the mechanic, you are still working on the go, you know, because most of your day might be just for meetings. You can do your meetings while on the phone, you know. People wants to work smarter now and not harder. That is why you see tech is a new crude oil now that most people want to tap from, you know. So as I said, regardless of your background, this doesn't have anything to do with, oh, I read in uni, I read social biology or whatever. It doesn't matter what you've been doing for the last 10 years. What is required to come on the journey is your determination and your hunger for change, and which we are going to support you all the way on the journey as well. And this is why I tell people when they are enrolling as well, it's like a 50-50 partnership. We are going to give you everything for you to succeed. We're going to give you the platform. We're going to equip you with the right skills, knowledge, mentorship, everything you need. But on the other end as well, you want to do your own bit as well. You want to ensure that you commit your time, energy, sweat into the process, because at the end of the program, you want to be in a position whereby you can start competing with people who has been doing it for the last 2, 3 years. That is possible because I've gone through the same process myself. So I know it is possible. I know it is doable. Right. All right. Without further ado, let's dive in. I've got a few slides to share with you. Then After that, I call on few of the ex-students to share their testimony, then the facilitator to talk more about the journey, and then finally we open the line for questions and answer. So one of the reasons which I've mentioned in the past as well, why people are transitioning is because you can work remotely from any part of the world. There's no restriction to location. All you need is to acquire the knowledge, is to acquire the skills. And that's the reason for all this masterclass. You don't have to go back to uni to go and, for another 2, 3 years just because you want to become a business analyst. Same thing, you don't have to go back to uni because for another 2, 3 years because you want to become a project manager, project support, and all of that. That is why you have all this masterclass that will take you on the journey of what you need to know for you to secure your first role in IT. Right. Also is in high demand. Is in high demand because most organization requires either a project support, a project coordinator, a project manager, a business analyst, or a scrum master. And that is why we are doing a combo, because at the end of the program, you are not restricted to just applying for project manager or project coordinator. The knowledge you have as well, you can as well apply for business analyst roles or scrum master roles, which in turn increase your chances of securing a role faster, right? Um, and I said it's in high demand. It's in high demand because I know people who are doing 2, 3 jobs together, remote jobs, you know? Because just imagine how big the world is, you know? And you are not restricted. You can apply, as long as it's a remote job, you can apply to any country, you know? There's no barrier. All that is required of you is a laptop and a good internet. Then you start working. So this is the best time to actually leverage on those things, tap into the oil as well, and you to start earning in foreign currency. It is possible, it is doable, and we have people that are already in doing that already. So why the masterclass? I'm going to be using UK as a point of reference. If you're looking at the UK baseline, the average salary for a permanent role in the UK for any of these roles is between 50, 60,000 pounds per annum, right? But if you're considering a contract role, then you'll be looking from maybe 350 pounds a day, 400 pounds a day, 500 pounds a day. So let's just say it's even 400 pounds a day. Even if the contract is for 3 or 4 months, you know, you getting 400 pounds a day is like 8,000 pounds a month. So 8,000 pounds times three, that is a lot of money. Many people in the UK are not even getting what you'll be getting in 3 or 4 months. The average salary of majority in the UK ranges from 18,000 pounds to 35,000 pounds per annum. And you just completed a 4-month course and you are able to land yourself, if it's a contract, if it's a permanent, maybe 50,000 pounds role. If it's contract, maybe 400 pounds, 350 pounds a day job. You know, it is it is possible, but what will get you there is you acquiring the skills, the knowledge, and you knowing, how to deal with interviews and all of that when the time comes. All right, let's move on. So the training roadmap, if you are to enroll on the journey, what is the journey going to look like? Let's take a look quickly. So the training will be for 3 months. It's a 3-month practical training, which will expose you to project management, business analysis, and Scrum. And the way it's been designed is each month will focus on one area. So take, for example, you started with project management. The whole of that month will focus on project management, everything you need to know on project management, and the tools that you need to you need to know how to use to do your job as well. Same thing goes to the second month, whether it's business analysis, the whole of that month will be on business analysis. And the third month, the whole of that month will be on Scrum. So, and so on and so forth. So that will be the order of the day if you are to enroll. So it's going to be a 3 month, it's a 5 month program. So the first 3 months will be on practical training, while the last 2 months will be you working on a live project. All right. Um, 1 second. All right. So after the training, then comes the project. Right. So the project, as I said, is for another 2 months. The project will expose you to how things are done in an agile environment. So you'll be working with the likes of the developer, the yourself as either the Scrum Master or project manager, the business analyst, the testers, and all of you guys are working together to deliver a solution for a client. So you have that real life experience. This is not a capstone project. This is a live experience that you are going to get out of the journey. So after the training has been done, you've gone through the practical as well. The next one is optimization of your brand. This is another very important stage that we cannot overemphasize. So even if you have all the knowledge in this world on project management, business analysis, and Scrum, but your brand is not well optimized, then you will not be getting the calls and you'll be wondering what is going on. Why am I not getting calls from recruiters? You are not getting calls from recruiters because you are not visible in the market. So for you to be visible, you need to work on your brand. What is your brand? Your brand is what will talk for you, your CV and your LinkedIn profile. Those two things are really, really powerful, you know, because before they see you, something has to talk on your behalf. And what is that? Your profile online or your CV? So especially if you're applying for international roles, your CV needs to be revamped to international standard. Also on LinkedIn as well, you have to be in that space. LinkedIn has become one of the popular places that recruiters now go to add ons to look for qualified professionals, and they will call you up to say, you know what, we have so roles, right? So you need to be in those spaces. When you revamp your CV needs to be uploaded on all job sites, not only upload, you have to make them searchable as well so that recruiters, employers will be able to see you because not all jobs are posted online. Some recruiters just come on job website to scan for a qualified candidate and to call them afterwards. These are all the things that will be showing you how to do on the journey as well. All right. So you've done the training, you've gone through the project, you've optimized your brand, you've started applying for jobs. As you're applying for jobs, companies are seeing you as well. Oh, we saw your profile online. Are you still in the market? We've got so roles. So you should be getting those calls, either from LinkedIn or from your profile that you uploaded on different job sites online, right? And when you start applying for jobs, definitely, well, when you start getting the calls, definitely the interview is around the corner. This is another important stage or step that we support with as well, interview preparation. But while talking about interview preparation, let me just take that advantage to mention other benefits that is attached to you enrolling on the journey. So you get the practical training, you get to work on a live project, you get the mentorship, you get the support, you get interview preparation. All our courses are CPD accredited, meaning they meet the professional standard. And the certificate that you get at the end of the day is recognized in over 60 countries. Then finally, we give you a work reference for the duration that you're with us because you'll be working on a live project, right? So we'll be giving you a reference when you start applying for jobs. So let's go back to the interview preparation. One of our key objective is for you to be able to secure a role at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, your success is also a success. If you are able to land a role, then someone will ask you, how did you do it? Then you'll be able to refer, oh, I did my training with Learn with Pride, and so on and so forth. So that is what we want. It's not all about the money. That is why I said after the program, your journey doesn't end after your 5 month program. We're trying to build a community. So you still belong to our community to the extent that even twice a month, we have a group, a community that we meet twice a month to go through what everybody is facing in terms of job, applying, and so on and so forth. So we don't leave you alone on the journey. You are not alone on the journey at all, at all. All right. So that is that. Quickly, let's go through the stats of the company. Since 2020 till date, as I said earlier, on over 20,000 students has enrolled with us. This is a start for last year. It has to be updated just to show the enrollment we have on each of the courses. We've added more courses, so this has to be updated as well. But in general, from onset till now, 85% of our students are currently working, 50% in the public sector, while we have 35% in the private sector. If you cannot hear me, Ahmad, you can log out and log back in. I did a sound check before I started, and majority confirmed they can hear me. So if you cannot hear me, please log out and log back in. All right, so let's go on. So these are just sample jobs that I got online. This is for project manager. This one is paying between 650 and 750 a day. Imagine getting 650 a day. Let's even say 600 a day. That is 12,000 pounds a month. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And you can see it's for 3 to 4 months. And they said strong extension potential, meaning it might be more than this for 4 months. We've had situation that people started a contract that they said is going to be for 4 months, and they've been there for the last 2, 3 years, getting 600 pounds a day. Again, remember, I'm using this currency because we are based in the UK. But regardless of the country that you are applying to, it is well paid as well. That is what I'm trying to say. All right, the next one is for business analysis. This one is paying between 500 and 600 pounds a day. That is still a lot of money. That is like 10,000 pounds a month. And this one is a Scrum Master open between 600 and 700 pounds a day. That is a lot of money as well. It is doable. You can do it. Everyone can do it. All that is required is getting an organization, training organization that is ready to walk the walk with you, that is ready to support you on the journey and show you how things are done. That is all that is required. Remember, I told you at the beginning, I transitioned as well from an accounting, non-technical background, to a very technical background. I transitioned to become a software automation engineer, you know. So anybody with a great determination can achieve anything. All right. When you are going to the farm, you need to go with the right tools so that you can be able to um, achieve a lot in that day, on that day. Same thing goes to transitioning as well. When you come on the journey, we want to expose you to industry standard tools that even after the training, when you secure a job, it's something that you already know how to use, right? We don't want to train you on something that will not be relevant to you out there. And if you are taking a project management course, one of the key tools you need to know how to use is MS Project. MS Project hasn't got a free license, hasn't got a free trial. So there's no way you can try it for free. Is either you are paying on a monthly basis or you want to buy it outrightly. To buy outrightly, you can say this is from Microsoft.com. It is 679 pounds to get, this software, which is really, really expensive. Right. But for anyone that joins this course, because we have like 3 different packages, regardless of the package that you are going for, right, you are still going to be getting MS project from us free of charge. And this is not you using it on the training alone. Even after the training, it is yours for life. As long as you have that laptop, the software is yours. This is something that you cannot get for free, that the amount you can get it for, it's actually $679. But this is one of the free things that you'll be getting on the journey if you are to enroll on the journey with us. All right. So we have three different packages for anyone that wants to join, just to be able to accommodate, each and every one. The first package, and at the moment as well, we have 50% discount going on all these different packages as well. The first package, the original price is £399, but because of the 50% discount is going for $199 at the moment. And what are you getting with this package? So you get the full 3-month training with this package. So the 3 months training, practical training, you are going to be involved. The MS project, you are going to be given. CV review is included, career consultation is included. If you are going for the second package, which is the intermediate package, the original price is $799. But because of the 50% discount, it's going for $399 at the moment. So what do you get? You get the 3 months practical training. You get the 2 month working on a live project. You get the CV review, you get the career consultation, you get, what did I mention earlier on as well? The MS project as well. You get MS project as well. Uh, yeah, so that's for the second package. And the last one, the original price is £1,199. Because of the discount, it's going for £599. And what do you get? You get the 3 month practical training. You get the 2 months working on a live project. You get the interview preparation. You get the career consultation, Linktree profile creation. So we are going to create a Linktree profile for you. Upwork account creation. This is another place that you can apply for remote jobs, but you need to know how to create your account um, before you can start getting jobs, so to say. Then also it includes your CV, LinkedIn, and cover letter will be done for you as well, and mentorship as well. So these are the package. The three different packages that we have to accommodate everyone that wants to come on the journey. All right. If you are interested, the payment details, if you are paying, if you're in the UK, the payment details is there. If you are from Nigeria, the payment details is there. If you are from another country outside these two, a payment link, you just have to chat me up. A payment link will be created for you to be able to make payments. As long as you have your credit or debit card, you can make payment. So for enrollment details, if you are interested, if you want to get on the journey, the number on your screen right now will be the best number for you to message if you want to come on the journey. So the next cohort will be starting on the 5th of February. So, and for the course starting on the 5th of February, as it is right now, we have 13 slots available for the course that will be starting on the 5th of February. So if you want to take part, if you want to rewrite the story, if you want us to support you, mentor you, and get, the best value for your money, the number on your screen is the best number to call, the WhatsApp number. So you can reach out to me on the WhatsApp number. So you can save it on your phone, you can screenshot it, but the WhatsApp number will be the best number for you to reach me on for enrollment details, or for any other question you have as part the journey as well. So that is it for me for now. Thank you for listening. I'll be pausing for now, and quickly before I call on the facilitator, I'll be calling on few of the ex-students to give an account of their journey. They've passed through the journey, just to share their testimony as well with us. So I'll be calling first on the list. I'll be calling Banji. Banji, if you are there, you can unmute and talk to us.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon. We can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So, just to give uh, a a short experience I had with Learn with Pride, I joined for Scrum Master training. That was about 4 to 5 months ago. And at that point, because I wanted to transition or try some other roles are in tech. I have role in computer science, training in computer science basically, and development. So, but I just needed something that would give me more opportunity in this field. So I got to know about Learn with Pride, and I enrolled for the Scrum Master training, and this availed me to really understand a lot of things. Having the support and the live project really helped. Going through the project, knowing how to use most of the tools, Jira, knowing how to use planning poker, those technical tools. And it was different from what I was expecting in truth, in terms of how I could actually reach out in cases I needed assistance. And by the time I was done with by I was done with the project, I had started applying because my CV has been revamped, and I was able to submit my application to Upwork, to Indeed, and I was expecting to have some roles. But before then, I was able to meet up with Mr. Aki to also guide me in how to prepare for interview sessions, since it's a different uh, role I'm trying to apply to, how to answer those questions. Interestingly, I've been able to enhance enough skill in terms of that live project. That live project, I took it serious, and I was able to go ahead and even do my own reading while engaging in that project, which lasted for about 2 months, right? And by the time I was done, interestingly, I was able to get a role. That was last month, and it was really interesting for him. I reached out to him and um, let him know about the role I got. You know, for for it's a contract, but at least it pays. And mind you, I'm in Nigeria. Getting a role in UK and being able to participate, I was able to plan my time. So far, I'm online to attend to my meetings, and that gave me a different experience entirely. To be frank, you know, engaging in those things, and the experience I've had allowed me to even grow my skill sets in dealing with challenges I have with developers, with every member of the team. Planning the meetings, making sure that those meetings are well facilitated, and putting my time to it. Also, I was able to get a referral also, interestingly. And the experience from the start of my program with the Learn with Pride really gave me I didn't feel as if I was left alone. And, we had a guide who comes to our meetings to see how we are doing. Are we doing it the right way? You understand? Are we using the right tools? Are we doing all the rituals? Which really helped me in getting because the main objective was to actually get something doing after the training. And the experience, I will tell you, was top notch in terms of having the facilitator who guided us through, and the live project really helped me. Like, for what I'm doing now for the past that's about 6 weeks now. Yes, putting myself to work, and it was similar. So it wasn't as if I was doing something that was different, you know. And like I said, I thanked him personally. We talk, and if I at every point when I needed an advice, or okay, these are the challenges I'm facing, I'm still able to reach out to him. He's been mentioned something at the beginning of of this meeting that the language plan is more of like a family. So it's not as if okay, you got in a role and you're out. When you reach out to me, if I could actually give uh a brief experience I had, a brief on the experience I had, and I was able to secure a role, I said, why not? And this experience really helped me to grow my skill set, to grow my understanding of what I wanted to learn. And having that at the back, at least in my portfolio, I could go on, apply for more roles, depending on, how many times I could actually schedule my timing. So this really helped me, based in Nigeria, being able to shoot my applications to Canada, to UK, and I got a role in UK, right? With some of the companies, got referrals with the guys I worked with. So it's a real good experience I've had with Learn with Pride, and I would tell that from the start, or when I first enrolled, and I wasn't really sure about okay what was going to happen in terms of the training and you know the discount that was given to me actually enabled me to shed how I want to make my payment and going through the whole process, right? But the one thing that I enjoyed most is the atmosphere that was created for me as a person, well, personally, in terms of even when I feel that I need more help or I need more clarity as to those things I've learned, being able to reach out to someone who guides you, in every path you're going through. If you just have somebody who just points you the way without leading you through, it's as good as you've not actually had any experience of knowing the path you have to follow. So, like for this, I really appreciate the team that works with Learn with Pride and how they were able to guide me to get the role as a Scrum Master presently. And I know that in the company, of course, it's a new year. There are more rules. I've still keep on pushing my applications to see the other roles that are available for me as a Scrum Master. So I believe that this will encourage most of us on this meeting also to just take up this opportunity, you know, in terms of how looking at how much the fees, which are well, literally I would say that to how much I was able to get in this past few weeks, is not comparable to how much I was able to earn, or how much I was able to pay, or that I paid for the training. So uh I would
Okay.
just try to employ us to put our mind to it and give it a shot. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that. Quickly because of our time, Tomiwa, please, you can unmute yourself as well.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good
Can you hear
afternoon.
me?
Yes, I
Yes.
can hear you.
Okay. Well, my name is Tommy, and I've been one of the trainees as well, working with Learn with Pride, and I've been for the past 3 months now. Getting on board with Learn with Pride has been very informative. It's been educative. It's been enlightening. And for the past 1 month, what we did was we went through the theoretical aspect of each of the course contents. I enrolled to learn about project management, business analyst, and Scrum Master, and I've been, thoroughly immersed myself into those courses. And now we're currently working on a live project. And I would say that working with Learn with Pride in this regard has been, enjoyable to say the least, because what sets Learn with Pride apart from any other tech institution is that they take their time to ensure that you understand each of the course contents. They ensure that you're thoroughly immersed into what you're learning so that you eventually become what you set out to become. And so far, I've been able to understand how to make use of different softwares and tools as a project manager or Scrum Master, like Jira, Gantt charts, and also different sort of softwares that we've been using. And the project itself has been good as well because you get to practicalize everything that you've learned over the past months, and that is what we're currently working on at the moment. And they have Learn with Pride have experts who sort of guide you through the entire process so that you completely get to understand what you're doing, so that by the time you get into the real world, you become an expert at what you do. And so far, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. And just like Akin mentioned in the beginning, it's not really, I wouldn't call Learn with Pride a tech institution. It's more of a community, so that even after you've completed your training with them, you can sort of come back to sort of draw understanding and draw some sort of information from the community, because they do have experts who can sort of help you and guide you later on as well. So I would advise anyone to get on board with the program, because you get your money's worth with Learn with Pride. That I can assure you. And another thing is, as long as you are committed and you put in a bit of effort into the program, you truly, become what you set out to become. And that has been my experience so far with Learn with Pride.
Thanks, Tommy. Really, really appreciate that. And finally, please, very quick because of our time, I want to call on the facilitator next. Olanrewaju, over to you. If you are talking, you're on mute. Olanrewaju.
Um, Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sure Mr. King actually I'm actually not the facilitator, so that could be overjoyous of me because I actually just landed my own road. So, can everyone hear me, please?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can.
All right. So, my testimonies goes towards I was actually a political science person, which I graduated about last 2 years. And I've been able to see majority transitioning into tech and doing well. And I was like, oh, the current situation in Nigeria doesn't even give him for a political scientist to exploit. So why am I wasting my time? So lucky me, I was able to dive into tech, which I was a business analyst, so to say. And thanks to Learn with Pride through the journey so far, the practical training, the mentorship, that has really been a great one from them. And recently, I actually landed my first role in business analyst. And I was so glad. I'm very, very glad to know that it's actually a years of battle, applying back to back. And Mr. Ken has actually been there giving words of encouragement. There's this community we have in Learn with Pride, which I believe if we are engaging in this journey, would as well belongs to. It's actually a career motivational hour whereby we come together, motivate ourselves in order to apply, give ourselves hints of what is going on out there, how to answer some interview questions and the like. So this has actually helped so far, and I would say it's a place to be. Learn with Pride have actually got the quality we all need. We can't find the quality on Udemy, on YouTube, because I've actually explored all of those sites as well, which I eventually didn't get what I really need until I was able to join Learn with Pride to get hands-on practical training. And Mr. King do say a statement that you all need to get your hands dirty. That's the word from Mr. King, and it really helps us so far. So thank you, Mr. King, for the opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for that. Really appreciate everyone. So it's just to let people know that, you just need to start on the journey. Procrastination might not do it. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next year, I'll do it next month. Tomorrow never comes, and you can be certain that you get more than the value you paid for, on the course. You get more than the money you paid for the course. Um, you are getting 3 in 1. And for 5 months, if you commit yourself into the process, you get something out of it. Definitely. Definitely. All right. Just because of our time, let me call on the facilitator quickly to shed more light into the journey of each of these role, and we'll take questions afterward. So without further ado, Tona, you're over to you. Thanks. I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, thank you very much, Akin. That was a very wonderful introduction, and yeah, thanks to all the testimonials. Please confirm if you can hear me. I don't know
I
if
can,
I'm very,
yeah.
very audible. Okay, that's
Yes, you are.
great. Awesome. Thank you. So, yeah, we've really spent time. What I'm here to do is to introduce myself and take you briefly through what you're going to learn uh, during the enrollment into this program. So that's just basically what I want to show us. I'll share my screen briefly, then on share and discuss. Yeah, I like to discuss a lot. So yeah, please. Okay, yeah, you can see my screen now. Um, yeah, just follow me, and I can assure you, you would understand the journey you are about to embark on. So one thing about project management. So when I say project management, I classify it as both waterfall and agile, being that you get the typical project management training and Scrum Master training. So that's what you get: Scrum Master, project management, and business analyst. So it's a three-in-one package, and it's called a masterclass. So, and yes, you're going to be doing this for 3 months, just like I said. A lot of opportunities are there. So I'll talk a little bit about my background and why you would deem it interesting, to enroll on this program. And by the way, the last persons that got the job, I was excited. Those are the testimonies you want to hear about during this program or the course of the program. So, who is Tomayo David? That's my name. I'm an agile project manager, and you see what I said, agile project manager. So not just a project manager, even though yes, I can work as a project manager, but most of the time, I can work in an agile environment. So I will explain that to you and how I got there. And also, yeah, I have a Prince 2 certification, and I'm also a business analyst. So all these roles I'm telling you, all these positions, I'm not just saying it. You can go to my LinkedIn, I put the link there, and you can look at it for yourself. Currently, I work as a project manager and business development analyst in an energy company. So that's to tell you that what you're getting from me is not just classroom talk. I'm not just going to come here and start reading out books to you or explaining what the textbook has already written down. You can do that by yourself. You can watch videos. What I will be taking you through is experience on the journey and how you can envisage yourself or position yourself when you get into this office of a project manager. So I'll be teaching you practical things that happen uh, and what you experience life uh, when you get on the job. And those things, you don't get them in the classroom. I always tell my students, you don't get, at best, what you get in the classroom is the processes, you get a little bit of, all the schematics. And that it cannot make you excel, yeah, because most of the time, find out that most of us are professionals. We are not just, we are not high school students that are trying to get basic education. We are here because you want to transition into a profession. So whatever you're coming from, you have experience from one thing or the other, or even if you don't have experience, you've never gotten a job at all. So it's a mix of all those things. So that's what I'm going to be offering you throughout this journey. And I can assure you that at the end of the journey, you will not just understand project management, Scrum Master, or business analysis. You'll be able to apply it. And when I say apply, you'll be able to apply it to your life and businesses, then to your career. So remember, the focus is the end goal. Transition into tech, get a job. That's the focus. But along the line, a lot of things can come. I've had students that along the line, they said, you know what? I don't even want to get a career. Look, these skills I've learned here, I have a business I'm doing already. I'll use these skills to enhance my business. And yeah, I'm talking about a particular person who's an event planner and a very big one as of that. So yeah, just try to revamp our staff up and, be able to hold our business more accountable, hold everything well, and be able to prosper more because of the skills. So those are the things you're going to get. Now, what are you going to learn as a project manager? Because you're going to be learning project management, Scrum Master, and business analysis. So you're going to understand what a project manager, or sorry, what project management is, and the application, the techniques, and the tools. So project management is simply an endeavor. right? It's an endeavor, that you put in place to have a desired outcome. So every business needs a project manager. I can tell you that. They may not call those people project managers per se, but in a business, in any institution, you need someone that has this skill. I remember uh, one of the, yeah, so I was working with uh, this oil company and the rest. And, one of my trip, there was a driver that took me, and the driver is well educated. And I asked him, why are you driving? Why are you a driver? I mean, and the guy said, well, I mean, it's the condition of how things are. That's why I'm driving. Very, very educated. He studied something engineering also. So he was trying to get himself in that organization in a procurement role. That was what he was trying to get. And he told me specifically because he heard me say I lecture project management and all. So he said the first thing they told him is to get a project management certification or display the knowledge of project management. So then I thought to myself, like, wow. So it's now a requirement for most people that are, entering managerial level that you must be discipline or understand principles of project management. Because one way or the other, you handle projects. Or even if it's business you're handling, you need those techniques. Yeah. So all of us, we all know a project has a start, it has an end date, but it's just it's a little bit more deeper than that. There are a lot of things that happen in a project. So we are going to expose you into how to undertake projects to ensure success. Not all projects succeed. Not all. When you come to, thank God, most of us are Nigerians. When you come to Nigeria, you that's a testimony for you. You see a lot of projects abandoned. Why are they abandoned? Most of them is not because of lack of funds, because that's what they'll tell you. Yeah, we ran out of funds. Well, that's a legit reason. But at the beginning, that's part of what I was teaching my students today in class. At the beginning, a project management must know how to make a decision, whether to accept a project or reject a project. So those are the things you will learn. Books will not teach you that. And I had this discussion and conversation with my students today in class, and we're talking about it. A lot of them were saying, you know what? The business side of it, why don't we try? I said, there's nothing like trying. At the point where you have a business case in front of you, and you are interfacing with a customer that needs your services, you should be able to know what decision you should take. And your decision is either you accept the project, the proposal, or you reject it. Yes. So yeah, you learn how to plan, execute, and close projects. And also you learn how to do them on time, within scope, and budget. Now look at those three things: time, scope, budget. So budget, let's call that cost. They call those three things the triple constraint of a project. That is what you are managing throughout a project, because you want your project to be delivered at a specific timeline. Then you want it to be delivered at a cost. You have a budget. Then you have a scope. So your scope is how you do your work or you deliver. It's like a roadmap. What roadmap are you following? What activities? Yeah, so those three things are what a project manager needs to understand fully before they can successfully manage a project. Then what are the skills that are needed? You need leadership. You must be a leader, right? Before you can thrive in this role, you must be a great communicator and you must know how to manage time. So yeah, I don't know. Cindy is trying to write something up there. Okay. So the tools, like Aki has said, we use MS Project, we use Oracle Primavera, a lot of tools. Now, this project management I'm talking about here is what they call the traditional project management, which is sometimes called the waterfall methodology. So that's what you're going to learn. It's basic. If you don't know this aspect and you jump into Scrum, you will struggle, right? Because most of the time, now, industries use what they call hybrid. They use the two methods. So a masterclass is the perfect option for you to learn all these things. So without wasting much of our time, let me move on. And let's go to what a Scrum Master is. So a Scrum, when you come to Scrum Master, Scrum is a framework, right? It's a framework under what they call Agile. So Agile is the methodology that you're using, but Scrum is the framework. Now, Agile has a lot of branches. There is what they call crystal clear, there's lean, Kanban, there's Scrum itself is part of the Agile methodologies. There is a BSDM dynamic system. There is extreme programming, a lot. Now, these Agile methodologies are designed specifically for software projects. And I'll tell you a quick story why it is important for you to understand this agile methodology. If you check all the project management jobs right now in the world, you see that 70%, if I'm not too kind, 70% of them will require that you handle software. It will require it. So because the world of technology, you cannot do without understanding, as a project manager, understanding this part. If you just know the traditional one, maybe a construction engineer, structural engineer, whatever it is that you are doing, and or you're just a normal project manager who just understands that waterfall methodology but lacks this knowledge, there's a void for you. But when you have the two, then you can always play your ball into both posts, anywhere you score. Right. So a scrum master is just a servant leader. That's the simplest way. A servant leader. Someone who is serving his team. That's a scrum master. And you ensure that your team adheres to scrum process and principles and practices. So that means you need to understand and master. That's what they call it, a scrum master. You have mastered the principles of scrum and you know how to apply it. Yeah, and when you're a scrum master, you work with a lot of cross-functional, what's it called, departments. You work with software developers, you work with testers, you work with UX, UI designers. You work with a lot of people, and you work with business analysts as well. So uh, that role alone carries a lot of knowledge areas that you need to tap from, and tapping from those knowledge areas is what I can enable you to be perfect and to be grounded in this role. What are the skills? Communication is there, servant leadership, yeah, you see, and problem solving. So the agile is solving a problem in a nick of time. You don't have to waste time, right? And let me tell you something about agile. It's an overview, or let me say high-level overview of what agile is to deliver, solutions that you don't even have clear understanding of, even if. And what do I mean by that? I can tell you a problem now that, okay, I have headache, right? That's a problem. And, I can't go out to buy medicine in the supermarket, right? Can you develop a solution that can, prescribe medicine for me? I can interface with on my phone and would deliver this medicine to my house. That's a problem. Somebody can come up and start developing today and start developing something. You don't have to develop the whole package, but you develop something and deliver it iteratively. Iteratively means you deliver it in sprints. That means in short, like if it's like a jigsaw. You start piecing them together. You do a part, a part. Then at the end of the day, when you piece them together, you have a tangible product, a final product that is sellable. So that's the concept around high level though, concept around Scrum. And when you want to do Scrum, perfect tool to do that would be Jira and Confluence. So Jira is the software for development, and when I say development, where they collaborate, right? And you track your progress. While Confluence is mainly for documentation. So it's good to know the two software so that you can thrive. Okay, so the next one is business analysis. So yeah, business analysis, you need to understand business needs, right? And define solutions. Now, let me say this. Before you can get a project, a business analyst must have done a job, because a business analyst is the one that interfaces directly with customers. Mostly it's not scrum masters or project managers. So you must understand business dynamics. You must understand business frameworks. You must understand the language of marketing. When I mean marketing, I'm not talking about the marketing you're thinking about. You must understand the markets. You must understand financials, right? Because at that stage, people don't care about the the makeup. What they care about is the numbers, the high level return on investment, and those are the languages you must be speaking. Yeah, so in this particular cohort, we're going to dive into business analysis, where you understand what a business needs and how to understand the customer's requirements. Now, in Scrum, there's a very, very close, in fact, not even close, and impossible to break relationship between a business analyst and the Scrum team. The reason I'm saying this is because a business analyst is the one that brings a solution to the development team, the Scrum team. He is the one that interfaces with the customer, right? And tells the team the customer's requirements. So a lot of things are into that. Yeah. So you can, identify business opportunities, analyze the process, eliciting and documenting requirements. Do the requirements elicitation, right? It means that you look at what the customer needs and you further break it down into modular chunks. Yes, something that can be easily relatable, because you don't want a software engineer to go and be talking business. He doesn't really understand that. But you break it down into a language where a software engineer can say, okay, this is the process, or this is what the solution that the customer is looking for. Then he can code around it and deliver it. So that's just it. So what are the skills that are needed that you will learn in this to become successful? You have to have analytical thinking. Yes. Don't just take anything for face value. Be analytical, be critical. Communication is important. I can say that communication is part of everything. So that is one thing you will learn. Firstly, when we start doing project management, how to communicate. And communication is not just me talking to you, you talking to me. In fact, it's miles beyond that. So it's being knowing how to handle and manage stakeholders is part of communication. Writing and understanding a stakeholder's medium of communication is also very important. So before I cap on that communication, let me just say this. I was interfacing with a guy in Houston recently on a project. And every time I send him a mail, he doesn't reply, he doesn't respond. And it's delaying me. One time I FaceTimed the guy, and luckily he picked, and it was, we were speaking as if you know, so at the end of the day, I realized that this guy prefers more personal ways of communication rather than the email. I don't know why, but that's just it. So it's your job as a project manager to figure out, because I can't go to management and tell them that this guy is not responding to my mail. Who wants to listen to that? Nobody, right? Figure it out. That's your job. So I figured that out and I was able to close the gap. Then stakeholder management, I just said, and that's what I just did. You manage stakeholders. Who are stakeholders? They are everybody, including you, customers, anyone that has a vested interest in a project or in a product or the outcome, or even people that want the project to fail. They are both stakeholders. You need to know how to manage them. So if you are dealing with people that want your project to fail and you do not manage them, they can make your project fail, right? So you have to know how to manage everybody accordingly. What are the tools that we're going to use in this cohort? We're going to use Tableau. Tableau is one of the business intelligence tools that are out there. There's Power BI, and Excel is part of it, and Excel is a basic and very strong thing to also know. So yeah, because we're going to be looking at Tableau, and it's very good for data visualization and whatnot. So okay, so why choose? Yeah, why choose these fields? Aki said this a lot. It's dynamic and evolving. Yeah. You'll be able to adapt to changes in project and business landscapes if you have the skills. Then it's high demand. It is in high demand. If you research that what are the jobs now that are in high demand, you will see around tech, right? This skill is necessary, because when you have a tech team working, someone has to oversee and manage them. And that is a project manager, right? Most of the time, or a scrum master, or a senior person in that area, right? So it is in high demand. Then it has rewarding career. You have a rewarding career. Yes, it pays well, right? And you also, rather than the payment part, you feel fulfilled that you are making great impact. Imagine you finishing 10 projects, and you talk about it like, I just finished this project, even if you are not the one that is doing the job. But so far, you are part of it. You can lay claim to the accolades. I just finished this wonderful project, like the Dangote refineries in Nigeria that was just done. Imagine the project managers on the team can say, I was part of the people that did that. And that's on your CV, you see. So those are the things that you can boast of, and it will give you fulfillment. Sometimes when you are doing a job and you are fulfilled about it, it gives you greater gain rather than greater gain beyond money. So Aki has spoken a lot about how you would enroll. I'm sure he's going to cap that up again, but I want to assure you that if we take this journey together, you will not only learn project management, you will learn life experience. So thank you. I can hand over to you now.
Yeah, thanks for that, Onayo. This is the time, so if you've got any question, please, you can start to raise your hand on the chat, and I'll be calling you. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. We are here to learn together, so please feel free to raise your hand to ask your question, or you can drop your question on the chat as well. I'll pick them up from there as well. So 1 second, let me arrange my screen back. All right, so just a recap quickly. The next cohort will be starting on the 5th of February. And on your screen right now are the three different packages that you can, you can leverage on. 1 second. All right, so you can join the program with as little as £199 for the 3 months practical training. That will give you CV review, that will give you the MS project, career consultation. The intermediate after the discount is £399. So you have access to the full training. You embark on the 2 month practical, on the 2 month live projects. You get the MS project, you get the CV review, you get the career consultation, interview preparation, all of that. Then the advanced one is after discount is $599. That'll give you 3 months project, 2 months live project, 3 months practical training, 2 month live projects, career consultation, Linktree profile will be created for you, Upwork account will be created for you, CV, LinkedIn, and cover letter will be done, and so on and so forth. So you just have to pick the right one that suits your need and your pocket as well. All right. Again, if you have any questions after the session, the number on your screen right now is the best contact that you can reach me on. So please save that on your phone or take a screenshot of that. All right, let's start with the questions. I want to hear your voice, so please ask questions. All right, Uche, you can unmute and ask your question.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Uche.
I joined you. I'm joining you from, or I joined you from the UK. I'm here in London.
All right.
My question, if we can go to the number 3.
Number 3.
On the description where you stated the courses category and the payment.
Oh, this
Is
one.
that number 3?
This
Yes,
one. This one.
yes,
All right.
yes. So when you started your introduction, you mentioned LinkedIn optimization. But looking at all the categories here, I didn't see any tick on the LinkedIn optimization. So
Is
I'm
there
like,
is there on the advance? Second to the last, you can see it's tick for the advance.
okay. You skipped it then and added it. Then for someone like me who doesn't have a tech background,
Yes.
how am I going to be able to understand the basics of PM, BA, and SM in the is it 3 months? Will
Yeah,
I be able to
yes.
gather what is needed in the 3 months that is stated here?
All right. The answer to that question is yes. So we don't make assumption. We don't
Okay.
assume that people coming on the training, coming on the journey, they already have a background in whether tech or maybe any of the trainings. No, we don't do assumption. So despite the fact that it's a 3-month training, we are still going to take you from the scratch for you to have a
Okay.
basic understanding. Just that
Okay.
we are going to focus on what is really important for you to know to land that job.
Okay.
But mind you, the journey in IT, in any of these roles, even after getting a job, your reading, your learning doesn't stop there. It's a continuous process, because
Okay.
things change, tools might change, process might change. So it's a continuous process. You need to continually updating yourself, learning,
Okay.
reading, and all of that. So coming on the journey, your background doesn't matter. I said this earlier on. What you studied or
Mm.
what you've been doing for the last 10 years doesn't matter. I use myself as an example. I transitioned as well. All I knew before was accounting, debit and credit balance sheet. And I transitioned to a very technical role that involves me to write codes in programming language like C Sharp. And I only did the training for 3 months.
Okay.
But what I ensured during that training is I sacrificed my time every single day on the journey.
Okay.
When my mates are sleeping, me, I'm awake,
Okay.
studying, practicing. Because this line of work, you need to get your hands dirty. Because at the
Yes.
end of the day, your input is going to equals to your output. The training might be 3 times a week. Okay, the training is actually Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Your training will be 3 times a week, but that doesn't mean your learning has to be restricted to 3 times a week. No, your learning has to be an everyday journey, because at the
Okay.
end of the program, you want to be in a position whereby you can compete with people who has been doing it in the industry for the last 2, 3 years. That is where we want you to be. But you can only get there if we work hand in hand with us. Remember, I said as well at the beginning, it's like you are signing into a partnership agreement with us, a 50-50 partnership agreement. We are going to do everything in our own capacity, giving you the platform, equipping you with the right skills and knowledge, mentoring, supporting, and all of that. But on the other end as well, you too needs to go above and beyond what has been covered in class. During the project, you don't have to take the back seat. You have to be at the forefront. You need to sacrifice your time every day, whether it's 1 hour or 2 hours, but you need to do something every day, for the duration of the program. If you can do that, yes, you'll be shocked the level you find yourself at the end of the program. I hope I've been able to answer that.
Yes. Secondly, please, have you got a physical office, probably a location where you?
We have an office in London, but we work remotely most of the time. But our office is actually in London. But because what we do, it's a remote job, and that is the same thing. That is the same culture we are trying to pass over to the student as well. Because most of
Okay.
people coming on this journey, I'm sure one of the key things why they are coming on it is because they want to be able to work remotely. For you to be able
Remotely.
to,
Yeah.
yeah, for you to be able to work remotely, you have to know how things are done offline as well, working with
Mhm.
different teams all over the world,
Okay.
from the comfort of your home. That is what the process will take you on as well.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're
I will shout
welcome.
you up later.
No problem with you. Thanks for
Thank
that
you.
question.
Yeah.
Uh, Sorry if I didn't pronounce this well. Amas or Imas, please unmute yourself.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. First of all, I want to really appreciate you for this, for putting this together. It's awesome. Um,
Thank you.
my question is, what is the major difference between your Scrum Master full course and this combo? Because I noticed that your Scrum Master is about 3 months and this is 5 months. What's
So
the major difference?
the difference between that one and this one is product owner. So what we try to achieve with every of our courses is we make them a double combo. So if you are the type that, you want to explore product ownership as well, then that is what the other one will take you through. It will take you through Scrum Master and product owner. But this one hasn't got a product owner in it. Instead, this one has got project management and business analysis. So it's just to cater for different needs. You might not want to do business analysis. You might not want to do project management, that you just want to focus on, Scrum and product owner. So that is it. You just have to pick which one you think will be more suitable for you. But we try to satisfy all needs, by giving you different options. None of our courses, many people will come that want to enroll on Scrum Master, but because we know that, we can add more to that for you to increase your chances when you start applying for a job. That's why we make most of our courses a double combo. So it's all boiled down to what you want to do at the end of the day. If you think, oh, I want to go the BA side, I want to learn about BA, or I want to learn about project management, then this one might be the right one for you. But if you just want to focus on agile, right? Scrum and product owner can only be used in an agile environment, right? But project management can be used, whether in agile and waterfall. Same thing goes with BA, business analysis as well. Then you can explore. But if you are considering Scrum Master and product owner, then you'll be working in IT. Hello, can you still hear me? Can anyone hear me? If you can hear me, please drop one on the
Okay. So for somebody like
all
me
right,
that is new in this field, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now. Yeah, go on.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go on. Your network is breaking. Oh,
I
we
can
can't.
hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hello?
Go on. Go on. Yes, you
I'm
can
new
go
to
on.
this field. It's a dynamic field. Okay. Can you hear me now? Or should I type it? Let me put it. Okay. Okay. What I'm saying is that for somebody like me that is okay, for somebody like me that is new to this field, um, your Scrum Master, product owner is a dynamic angle. Well, I do not know really which angle I should go in this. I'm just what.
Oh, I think we lost. Him. All right. You can message me if you are back online. Let me see whether it's back online. Okay, I think he's just joining back. Amos, you can raise your hand again. I'll unmute you to ask your question. All right. Amos, sorry, or Iman, sorry, you can go on now. Unmute yourself and ask your question. If you are talking, we can't hear you. Let's try that again. All right. Amos, if you can hear me, please unmute yourself and ask your question. All right, let's go to someone else. Nathaniel, please ask your question. Unmute yourself and ask your question. Nathaniel.
All right, good afternoon all.
Yeah, good afternoon.
So I actually chatted and in the chat box, I've asked my questions, but I can ask from here now. First of all, I want to appreciate you for organizing this. And secondly, I think we have a similar background with you. I also read accounting, but I also want to exploit the tech environment. Number one of the question is that are we going to get 3 certificates? Because it looks like we are going to do business analysis, project management, as well as Scrum.
Yes, you
Then
will.
two is the payment plans. All right. Maybe if you can shed light on payment plans for the 599, that's the master class. And the last part of my question will be that so I think these two is okay from my own end. Thank you, and over from me.
All right. So, the first question, what was the first question again? I forgot, but I think I've answered that. Going to the payment price, that the payment option. So the first one, the starter one, for anyone taking that route, is only one-time payment. If you are enrolling for the starter, that will be a one-time payment. But for intermediate and advanced, you can pay twice. You can start with half payment, right? And the other half, you can pay after 6 to 8 weeks of starting the journey. So that is that. I hope I've been able to answer. What's the other question? I hope I've been able to answer that question. Yes, for the certificate, yeah, you get 3 different certificates, yes. Because you'll be trained on 3 different areas. Yeah, so you get 3 different CPD certificates. Right. For any other question, or if I don't, please chat me up. But you can pay for the payments, you can pay twice. You can start with half payment and the other half will be due within 6 to 8 weeks after starting. All right, thanks. Let's go to Sydney. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. Sydney.
Okay. Yeah. My question is the training and the work experience. Is it industry specific, like probably health, IT, construction, or just general?
The project will be on IT.
Okay, just IT.
Yeah.
Okay.
The project will be on IT, but once in a while we do get maybe like a waterfall project. But most of the projects we have for now is on IT. But sometimes we have a waterfall project. The waterfall project like maybe uh, construction or manufacturing, something like that. But most of our projects more of IT.
Okay, so invariably, does it mean there are more job openings for IT than the rest?
Not really. Although even if we don't have a live or waterfall project, you still go through the waterfall, you still go through the capstone project for waterfall. But just that, majority wants to move to IT, because why I think maybe it's easier, you working in an IT than, other sector, because it gives you this more, family life balance and all of that. That is why you see some job posts, they will put IT project manager, because the environment you'll be working is IT. Or you just see some other ones, they just be project manager, that one, that means you can work in any sector, But the knowledge that you gain from this experience, right? Whether you work, definitely you'll be working on a live IT project. And secondly, you'll be working on a capstone waterfall project. So the experience you get out of it, will be more than enough for you to want to venture into whether it's IT you want at the end of the day, or you want the other one as well. The experience will be more than enough for you. All right, I hope I've been able to answer that question, Sydney. Amos, can you unmute now? All right, let me just go through the chat. I just joined. Loretta, we don't have a physical class. You join the lectures from the comfort of your home. All sessions are recorded as well for those who misses any class. So even you get more value than even the classroom classes, and you have the support as well. If anything is not clear to you, you have the support as well. Okay, Maz, I think I've answered this question. The combo. Hello and greetings. The recording will be available on our, what's it called? On our YouTube channel by tomorrow. So if you just search for Learn with Pride on YouTube, you can access the recording. And also for those on the WhatsApp group, the recording will be shared on the WhatsApp group as well. Yes, Nathaniel, we are giving 3 certificates. Yeah, as I said, I don't know whether you are still online. Gilanta Vibe. The session will be available, the recording will be available on our YouTube channel. So just search for, what's it called? Learn with Pride on YouTube. Oh, can unmute. Really, I asked you to unmute. Emma, let me try again whether you are still there. Please try now if you can unmute. I've asked you to unmute. Try now. You should be able to unmute. Olubumi, yes, there's material, you have access to the recording, you have access to the material, and the deadline for payment is before the start date. As I said, we only have 13 I said 13. We only have 13 slots. So as long as we still have opening, we don't have a deadline. So just chat me up on the number on your screen, Olubumi, Olateju, and I'll let you know. Right. Yeah, Amos, you can drop. I've asked you to unmute, but if you cannot unmute, you can drop your question on the chat, or you can message me on the WhatsApp number on your screen. Are you saying after this combo to have the project owner, not project owner, product owner, not project owner? Yeah, so there are 2 different things. So you just have to weigh your options and see what you really want. The first, so we have another training that is Scrum Master / product owner. If that is what you want, then you can enroll on that one. But if you think you like project management more or business analysis more, then this might be the best one for you. But to understand better as well, if you want to chat more on these options, Amos, you can message me on the WhatsApp number on your screen, then we can talk more on it. So just message me on the number on your screen, then we can talk more, elaborate more on that. All right. Any final question from anyone? Any final questions before we call it a day? So as I said, the next call will be starting on the 5th of February. We still have slot left. So it will just be good if you secure your spot earlier, then that is fine, So you won't regret, any penny that you're spending, on the course, because it's worth more than the money you are paying at the end of the day. The support alone, that you get is more, money cannot even buy that. So yes, if you are interested in rewriting the story, if you're interested in, changing your career this year, if you have, if you are setting a target for yourself and you are looking for who to work hand in hand with for you to be able to meet your targets, then you are on the right track. Get in touch with us and, let's start the journey together. If you want to check our review, you can go to Trustpilot, or if you go on our website, www.learnwithpride.co.uk, You can get to the Trust Pilot from there as well to see the review of others who has embarked on the same journey as you, so for you to be able to make an informed decision. But yes, if there's no other question, if you have anything later on that you remember you want to ask me, the number on your screen, you can get in touch with me on the WhatsApp number on your screen. But for now, thank you so much, everyone, for joining the session. I really appreciate and hope you've been able to learn one or two things from the session. Till we see you on the journey, from me, I say goodbye and have a good afternoon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.